Good morning. I'm here to do the reading of the day, the overall energy and vibe of the day, what to look forward to, what to avoid, and then finishing it off with a card from the Seven Energy Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. So that will be this deck. So the overall energy and vibe of the day is the Tower card. So this is about a big change possibly happening for you today. Possibly feeling like the rug's been pulled out from underneath your feet. It might not be a change that you have expected to come, and it can be completely out of the blue without being in your awareness. A lot of times this is about your belief systems being challenged as well, and almost a sense of free falling. In most decks, the tower is actually a tower crumbling with people jumping out of the tower. This is one of the nicest tower cards I've ever seen, because there's also in here there is a tearing down of energy and big change coming, and this little guy is taking shelter, not sure and aware of what's really happening. It can be scary. Change can be very scary if you're not expecting it or not ready for it. But in here, there are butterflies, and butterflies represent transformation. So even though that there might be a big shift or a big change coming from you today, and you feel completely out of balance, and that the rug has been pulled out, and that wasn't in your field or in your consciousness at all, that it can be a transformative energy, that it doesn't necessarily have to be all bad. There'll be a little bit of uneasiness and sort of equaling out of energies, but that there is transformation coming from these changes, whether it's an easy transition or a hard transition. There are changes possibly on the horizon for today. What to look forward to today? Today's a heavy reading. I'm not even going to lie about that. So, what is to look forward to today? And this is the Eight of Swords. So this would sort of be like a working reading. If this resonates with you at all, this might be something that you want to journal or look into a little bit deeper. I'll put the cards in the bottom, as I always do, a picture of them. So the Eight of Swords is all about being stuck. If you can see her, she's looking at her reflection in the mirror, and what she is seeing does not reflect who she is or what she actually is at all. So her looking into this mirror, she's seeing a blindfold. She's seeing that she's bound, and that there are crows or ravens all around her. She's unable to move, and doesn't have a clear concept or clear perception of what is going on around her, which can tie into that. So if you're having a challenging moment or a big change, you might not be seeing the whole picture clearly. So this is about seeing yourself or seeing the situation for what it is, and you want to release the old stories and the old patterns. It's about opening your eyes, taking that blindfold off, and seeing yourself or the situation for what it really truly is, and not being blinded or not being fogged in, not being unclear about what's going on. So where this is in the looking, what to look forward to position, I see this as a willingness of you wanting to do all of that work, the willingness to remove the binds that hold you, the willingness to take that blindfold off and actually start looking and dealing with the issues around you. So what to look forward to today is reconciliation with self, the ability to look at yourself with new eyes and with a new perspective and clarity, and work out some of the tower challenge issues. So what to avoid today? And it came up as the death card. So the death card is about cycles and transformation. So these two go together really, really well. If you have a big change that's quick, that is sort of a death moment as well. That is the death of the old energy or the old pattern or whatever is happening, and it gives way for the new energy to come in and the rebirth of that energy. Death and rebirth are intertwined. In most decks, it's just the death card. In this deck, it is the death and rebirth card. There's an infinity symbol right down on the bottom there. Energy never ends. It just transforms. So it is proven that energy always is. Always has been, always will be. The form it has will change, but the energy itself still exists. So this is about, once again, an ending of a cycle, possibly a big one that you didn't see coming, and it's about a new awareness. So bringing new awareness into the situation, which ties into this card beautifully, because in having that new awareness, you take off that blindfold and release the binds and see yourself or the situation in a new awareness and in a new light. So with this, always remember that the readings, they are not in stone. These are a tool and help you work through situations, and information that comes through is more of a teaching tool, and it's never carved in stone. So this is not what is actually going to happen. This is what could happen. It's now in your awareness, and you can take steps or have this in your awareness to know that there's a potentiality of this happening. So the death card, about renewal, about carrying on new life force energy, and the ending of a cycle, which could, as I said, be the tower moment, and new energy coming in. So that is the reading. As I said, if this resonates with you at all, once again, this might be a good journaling reading. I love shadow work. Shadow work is where it's at for me. I am an energy worker, but I work a lot in shadow. The shadow is where the meat and potatoes are. It is where you learn to understand yourself, learn to understand what your fears and resistance are, what makes you tick. And as you work with these roots and prune them, you end up actually finding more things that crop up that you didn't even know that were there. So it's never ending, but it's very, very rewarding work to do. So the seven Oracle of the Seven Energies card of the day is actually called the Beautiful Uncaging. And if you can see that, there is a cage around a heart, tons of energy, and a keyhole. And this is also about being honest with yourself, unlocking that heart. But until you unlock the energy and the honesty within yourself, to yourself, you're not going to be able to aid and help others. So this is about your own awareness, seeing yourself for who you actually are, but being able to be honest about it. And that honestly can also be a tower moment when you finally realize that you can cut the bullshit and start living your life authentically, from a place of the heart, and not even be caged by your own thoughts of how you are supposed to feel, but freeing yourself to feel and be honest with who you actually are to yourself. And that's also a very, very big challenge to do, because we are brought up with constraints and cages and boxes we're supposed to fit in and labels we're supposed to have. So when you finally get to your core and realize that you don't need this stuff, it can be challenging. So be gentle with yourself. It's about also making amends. So if there's somebody or something in your life that there's been a bit of discord with, and you feel the wanting in your heart to make amends with that situation, do so. But if in doing so will create a tower moment for you, don't do it. It's not the time. So make amends if you want to, but for the absolute core of this card, it is being honest with yourself, your values, and your own truths, which, as I said, mirrors this card pretty much. So that is how I see it today. Today is Friday, so possibly won't see you the weekend. Ray is around, so we tend to do things, and my energy gets all scattered because I'm like, where is he at? What's he doing? Is he going to bother me? Am I going to start talking and he'll make funny faces because that's the way he is? So I will probably see you on Monday. And once again, if this resonates with you deeply, this might be a good journaling day. And I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you next week. Bye.